True story from 2015. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another Jonah Hill movie and a James Franco movie coming at you guys on the channel here today. True story. Surprisingly enough, with these two actors in it, you would assume comedy. James Franco, Jonah Hill. We all know what they're mostly known for, comedy movies. And don't get me wrong, I love their comedy movies, but this one is actually a drama slash mystery type film, and I've been into them lately. You guys know I think Jonah Hill is a fantastic actor. I've liked James Franco and most of the stuff I've seen him into, so I figured, you know what? Let's check these two out in this movie, man. It's gonna be very interesting to see them in this. They're more known for their comedy, and I honestly do not think I have seen either of them in a film that was not a comedy. I think maybe Jonah Hill in a less comedic role, a little bit more serious, but as far as like just a straight up like mystery movie like this, straight up drama type movie, I don't think I have, man. So I'm excited to check this out. I don't know what to expect going into it. Like I said, I just know it's a, you know, drama slash mystery film, and those two are starring in it. So I'm excited to see what we have in store. I don't know if this is a true story, right? Title of the movie, but I don't know if it's actually based off anything. So I guess we'll see once we get into it. But guys, super excited to check this one out. So I'm gonna stop wasting time. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna hop into this movie. Before we do, I do ask if you guys are new to the channel, you do hit that subscribe button, comment down below what you guys want to see next, man. Drop a like on the video for your boy. For reaction to be up on Patreon, as well as early access to a bunch of other stuff I'm doing if you guys want to check that out. Link in the description down below. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna hop into this movie. I hope the bro, was the kid already dead? The kid laying in the suitcase, were they fucking dead? And they were trying to hide him? Hide her? This is really just starting out like this, huh? Oh, this is gonna be some dark shit if they were in there still. Was she still in there, bro? I mean, we saw the teddy bear and everything, obviously. I mean, I'm just sitting here. Oh, I don't know. That's some dark shit, though.
Is it bad? Does he bleed?
Sometimes.
And it's his master who's doing this? It's okay. Tell him I'm from the New York Times. I want to help you, but I can't help you unless you help me.
Give and take.
I think you want.
All right, I know what he wants, right? You see this? You can have this, but only when we're done, okay?
Bro, it ain't the same over here.
He says they live in the country.
Okay, so it's his parents who are dead.
Yes, I think so.
Bro, you don't know what's going on.
All right, wait.
Show.
You ask him to take his shirt off so I can see his back. Tell him we need to take a picture for the paper.
Oh, shit.
It's okay. This is me, Mike Finkel from the New York Times.
Bro, I don't think they give a fuck that you're from the New York Times, man.
What's your name then, Mr. Journalist?
Mike Finkel.
Oh,
The New York
shit.
Times.
What? They're both using the same name? I wonder who's the real Mike then. Is he impersonating him? Or is Jonah impersonating him? Interesting. True story. Maybe he's the one impersonating him then, because he looks pretty fucking nervous to see the cops, right? If he's just a journalist, he shouldn't be scared.
Mike,
I'm on it.
it'll need proofing.
Okay.
No, it won't. I'm out. People are starving on the coast, and 200 miles inland, it's all Bon Jovi and French fries.
Okay, so he is the real Mike. So then what the fuck? What is our boy James doing?
42nd Street, we transfer to the A, C&E train. Stay clear of the closing doors.
Is this boy a slave? Is that the article he wrote? Yep, Michael Finkel.
It's a cocoa plantation piece. They say that's not Yusuf Malay on the cover.
Can't remember. I interviewed both of them.
They wrong?
They must be.
Hey,
Damn.
things happen all the time. Let's go tell them.
Sure.
You better bring your old notebooks. They've also taken issue with some of the content. It's all checkable.
Ooh. Damn, it's not good. So what, he put the picture of the wrong boy?
Is this or is this not Yusuf Malay?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So just show us where his details are in here.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I didn't take notes that day.
It might not be him.
They don't want to be publishing false information, huh?
We'll have to be open with our readers about this, Mike, which is no small embarrassment. Explain what you've done.
Do you know what that means for those poor kids? For the support
Damn.
that your article gave them, for their futures? For your future? What the fuck were you thinking?
Okay, that's enough, Karen.
Of course, her name's Karen.
You have a great future ahead of you, Mike. But not here.
Ooh. All because it wasn't down to the facts, right? Use a different picture of a different boy, said it. They want to stay truthful, and if they have any false information being put out there, it's like, how many times can they allow that to happen until they become that, you know, news source that isn't trustful, so to speak? And I mean, nowadays, let's be real, what news source can you trust? But still, shit is crazy, man. Like, few little details, how it changes it. And the thing that sucks is that at the end of the day, like, he had good intent, but at the end of the day, we ain't writing a made-up book, you know?
I can ask the university for a raise or take on some high school teaching.
No, I'll make some calls.
He's gonna be down and depressed. He's gonna be here, but he's not gonna be here. You know what I mean?
Anyway, listen, I have this great idea. It's a snowboarding piece. I'm gonna shoot it with my war photographer, Chris, okay? So it's gonna look like have anything to do with what happened. Hi, Ed, it's Mike Finkel.
Yep, completely different topic, but it doesn't matter.
So listen, Ed, I have this thing I've been working up on Black Ops in the Marine Corps from my war days, and it feels like a GQ piece.
He was in the military?
Understand? Okay.
He's trying, man. At least he's trying. It's tough, though. He, like he's saying, you know, this article didn't even have anything to do with the pieces he's trying to write now, but it's just that credibility is gone, right? All it takes is one time.
I'm sorry.
This is awesome seeing Jonah Hill in a role like this, man. You know, it's so different than what I'm used to seeing him in. But he's doing a fantastic job so far. I love it.
Hi, my name is Pat Fredo. I'm a reporter with the Oregonian. I wanted to get your side on the Christian Longo story.
Who?
Christian Longo, the child killer. He murdered his entire family out here in Newport. You must know about him.
No, why are you telling me this?
He said he was Mike Finkel.
Damn.
New York Times.
That's right.
Hello? Hello?
He's like, this is gold
Mr.
mine.
Finkel.
But he's also probably wondering why he used his name. AKA Mike Finkel, yep. Crazy.
He was just a regular guy, an intelligent, sane man from a good family, comes home one night and kills his wife and kids. It makes no sense.
So that was his kid in the suitcase.
He drowned them, although there's evidence to suggest that his wife and baby were strangled first.
Wow. That's crazy. That's some fucked up shit, man.
Thank you so much, Pat. I really appreciate it.
No, I wanted to meet you as much as you me. I love your writing.
He's an obsessed fan a little bit, but I mean, not obsessed really, don't seem like it.
Thanks a lot.
Life has a funny way of working out, man. You know, this shit happens right around the time he gets fired. I don't know how much time has passed between him getting fired and now, but I'm assuming only a few days, maybe a week.
Call me Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
You a fan of his?
So why me? Picked up the Times and you thought the name sounded funny? Or...
No, I followed your whole career.
What?
Oh, he is a fan.
So I read the paper. Did you do it?
Should be asking you the same thing.
About his story, right?
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
The false information.
You know, I needed the story to be ahead of the game.
It's about the views, right? Quote unquote.
Most journalists are only interested in writing what their readers want to hear. They don't want to take the time to find out the truth about what really happened.
Kind of like what he was doing.
Do you think you could ever imagine being me?
Longo, time to go.
I mean, all he knows about him is that he murdered his family.
I need your word that you will not tell anyone what I tell you until after the trial. And in return, I will grant you exclusive access.
Damn. That's big for him because his career's in a rough patch.
What's the second thing?
I want you to teach me to write.
Ooh. Interesting. I love this shit so far, man. This is great.
Don't you see this as a second chance?
Like I said, life is funny, man. You know what I mean? This is all happening right when he hit rock bottom in his career. And now he's getting a chance to rejuvenize it, essentially, with a story like this. Because this is a big thing, right? You know, murder his entire family. Not only that, but using his name specifically, too.
Well,
damn.
Here is a list of all the ways I've gone wrong through life. So I
holy shit.
Understand how I reached this. Providing for them was all I sought to do.
Get through it, no matter what.
These were the boom years in America. With new,
no matter where
It's that parents' love.
Everything after that is dark.
Bro, crazy. What a little scene, huh? The drawings, the letter, the voiceovers with the voice crossing back and forth. I loved it. But you see, he's explaining how his life went from some normal guy, happy family, traveling, money, good job, car, house, to like slowly decaying. It's like life happens and it builds up, right? You lose that job, you lose your house, your car breaks down, you're staying in motels, you're staying in warehouse, you know, homeless places. Then you start having your significant other look at you a certain way. You start to feel shame, like you can't provide or take care. It's a build up, man, but it's also like, bro, there's no excuse to ever do something like that. But it's just interesting to be able to get into his mind where he was at, right?
Second floor, the one on the left.
Can we see it?
Well, it's totally empty. The cops cleared it out. But I can show you where they were found.
Damn, this is where he killed him?
It's not high enough to kill them outright, so they would have drowned. Unless the cold made them go into cardiac arrest. It was well below zero that night.
Wow.
Terrible thing for him to do.
If he did it, he's gonna plead innocent.
How do you know?
Told me.
You spoke to him?
I met him.
Why?
I wanted to hear his side of the story.
I'm not sure Christian Longo deserves to have his story heard.
I mean, if he really did it, no, that motherfucker a murderer. But it's like, why'd he say if he really did it? Who else would have done it? Not only that, but I'm pretty sure he admitted to doing it, right? Because he asked Mike when he showed up, or Mike asked him something if he did it. And Christian responded, did you? Or something like that. And he said, yeah. And he was like, there you go. Or something like that, right?
All right, so on page 23, you write, when I lost my position at the Realtors, Mary Jane thought I'd tried to get fired, but I never said it was a job I didn't want. So that's a double negative. Never said I didn't want. In good journalism, we would write, it was a job I wanted.
Two negatives don't make a positive.
My turn. Why did you hook up with that German girl in Mexico?
He wrote that in his letter too?
I was grieving so much.
But you slept with her on the first night. Did you do what you're accused of doing?
Body language shift.
I can't tell you what really happened.
Then why flee to Mexico right after they were found? I mean, you have to understand that makes you look incredibly guilty.
Sometimes you have to accept looking one way in order to protect something more important.
Chris, if you're hiding something from me, I will find out. That's what I do. I look everywhere.
I didn't kill them.
Maybe his wife did it? And he's trying to protect her image? Since she's dead now? Maybe, but like they said, the wife and the baby, right? What was her name? Madison, were found in a suitcase. And the other two were in suitcases as well, but at a different location, and they were drowned, whereas the baby and the wife were strangled. Look at that, dude. That's a terrifying image. Like, how would she have done it, right? And if it's like, if it was somebody else, just some stranger, why would he be trying to protect them? So I don't know. It makes me feel like the wife did it, maybe?
We're gonna say a word, and then we just write the first thing that comes to our mind. Don't even think about it. The future.
Probably death for him. Either death or just prison the rest of his life.
I wrote, always another opportunity.
I didn't write anything.
He has no future, he thinks.
Love.
Something I always screw up.
Well, it's really weird because for love, I wrote Mike and Jill.
What?
He knows his wife.
Looking at you and...
Lies.
Ooh.
Lies.
Bro, it's like he's his therapist right now a little bit too, pulling all this stuff out of him. When he said Jill, man, that made me think he was a little threatening him a bit. You know what I mean?
I'm a liar?
Yes.
I'm a liar. You stole my identity.
Who was I supposed to choose?
No, Dr. Seuss.
No, I needed somebody that nobody knew.
Ooh, nobody knew. Damn. Low blow.
You know his real name is Theodore Geisel?
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Seuss?
Dr. Seuss, yeah, I knew that. He was born in Wisconsin. There's a park there with statues of all the Dr. Seuss characters.
You out-Seussed me. That's impressive.
I have kids.
Had. It's weird because like they have some stuff in common, and like you said, their writing's even similar, you know? Even though they different levels of education, grew up different areas, different places and stuff.
Thanks, Mike.
Let's go.
Bro, it's like you trying to connect with it and I'm trying to feel bad for him, but in my head I'm like, if he really did this shit to his family, I can't. But then it's also like he says he didn't, but do we believe him? Damn, look at all that. Just putting it all up more and more. You see how much his career shifted though? From working at the New York Times on those pieces and stuff, getting fired, to this. I think I know the actor that's playing his wife, that's playing Jill. I think I've seen her in something. I just can't put my finger on where.
Put up, shortstop.
Shortstop.
Long go. Short stop.
Damn.
Shortstop. We'll give him the dedication. For the book. For shortstop.
Special message just for him, essentially.
Chris, you know, if you're found guilty, I can't give you any money for the book. Even if I wanted to, the law wouldn't allow it.
Just as long as you're not hoping that I am.
It's just weird because it's like if he's claiming to be innocent, why is like, I don't know, man.
I just got off the phone with HarperCollins.
And?
They offered me a $250,000 advance.
Wow. For the book?
And he told you the whole story?
He told me what I needed.
And did he do it?
He hasn't said. He keeps saying no, but he hasn't said who did it.
I'm glad it all worked out. Should be proud.
I think she's feeling more disconnected from him, maybe because he's focused on work so much. Not only that, but maybe she kind of feels weird about the case since he killed his family, supposedly.
When I wrote that Africa story, I didn't mix up my notes. I didn't combine the characters by accident. I knew what I was doing.
He's trying to make the story more entertaining, right? Better for the reader.
I thought all these things happened to one kid instead of 5. And I needed people to care.
He had good intentions.
Don't make the same mistake I made. If you're covering for someone, you may think it's easier.
Damn, man. That's the thing. Like I said, he had good intentions at the end of the day, but he's got to tell the truth. You know what I mean? And stick to it, no matter how much he wants to try and change things. He's doing this as a journalist.
For the death of Zachary Longo, how do you plead?
My client pleads not guilty.
That's good. He's not gonna plead guilty to them all, assuming he didn't do them.
How'd it go?
For the death of Mary Jane Longo, how do you plead?
My client pleads guilty.
Maybe Mary Jane killed the kids and then he killed her?
Death of Madison Longo, how do you plead?
My client pleads guilty.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Longo, you do realize how confusing the court will find this plea. You could be facing a life sentence at the very least.
Maybe his wife killed Zach and Sadie, and then he killed his wife and Madison.
Who pleads guilty to 2 murders and innocent to 2 others? And you seem to have no interest in telling me the truth, so why should I believe a word that you say?
Sometimes the truth isn't believable. It doesn't mean that it's not true.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yourself? Just stop. This is different, okay? This has been months. My whole reputation's on the line, or what's left of it anyway.
Oh, we've been going at this for months, huh?
Well, the trial for their murders begins tomorrow. I suggest you think about them tonight.
I think about them every night.
It's weird, man.
My name is Grape Yanley. I'm an investigator with the Oregon Department of Justice. I was wondering if we might be able to speak together.
Sure.
Trying to get an inside scoop since he's been talking to him for so long.
No, we think he might be trying to confuse the jury. It's part of some bigger game plan. If he can sow enough doubt to force a mistrial, he's won.
Ooh.
I know this doesn't make any sense right now, but I've seen a lot of killers in court down the years. I believe we're dealing with an exceptionally dangerous man who has killed before, and he will kill again if he is allowed, so what can you do for us? I'm trying to make you feel bad enough or guilty enough to talk to me. I'm putting the turd, so to speak, in your pocket.
What? I've never heard that before. It makes sense, but still.
I can't help you.
It's because you don't want to share your scoop, is that it? You want to keep it all for yourself?
Maybe he just really believes he isn't guilty.
Chris?
Exactly. Hi.
Oh, shit.
I was trying to... just tell him that my lawyer said he can get him a seat when the trial begins tomorrow.
Sure.
Great. Well, it's really nice to talk to you, Jill. You know, Mike's such a sweet guy, and he's been a real friend to me. I'm sure he's like that with everyone.
No, I think you're special.
Yeah, well, exactly. It feels like we've known each other, like...
She's a little creeped out, I think, looking out the windows.
And he really loves you.
He told you that?
Yeah, he tells me everything. His record collection, your old piano.
But he's never said any of this.
I just hope that we can be friends too.
I'd really like that.
She got creeped out. They've been talking for months, so maybe he told him those details off screen, but I feel like he didn't. That's the jury. Who was that person he looked at in the audience?
Do you know the defendant?
Yes, I do. I am the manager at the Starbucks where he worked.
How long did he work for you?
About 2 months. In the morning, he came in to work about an hour late.
This was the day after the murders.
Yes.
Damn, so he went to work the next day.
Left him for another man, a reporter.
A reporter?
Tiny scratch marks here indicate Madison must have come round at some point before she drowned. Dozens of facial capillaries burst. This was a violent and frenzied act. Her neck has been broken. Though this looks like it may have happened after she died, when she was forced into the suitcase.
Then we shall begin with the defense's first witness tomorrow morning.
That's some heavy stuff to see the pictures and everything. It's like, wow. Damn. I mean, we didn't really see his face. Like, it's all dark and shadowy, but I mean, it looks like it's him height-wise.
But when I got home, she was wearing just her robe. She wouldn't speak. I asked her what was wrong, and I was actually getting irritated because she wouldn't answer. She was just sobbing. I went into the bedroom to change.
This when she cheated.
That's when I saw Madison, entangled in the sheets. She looked sick, purplish. So I went over and sort of jostled her. That's when I discovered that she was cold to the touch. Very cold.
Damn.
And I couldn't believe what was happening. What happened to Maddie? What's wrong with her? Mary Jane got hysterical. She started hitting me with her fists. And I was saying, you have to control yourself. You have to tell me what happened. And she said, you did this.
She killed them?
And I didn't know what she was talking about. And then she said, you killed us.
Damn, is this why he pleaded guilty to Madison and her?
She said they were in the water.
Damn.
Order, please.
I was kind of right. She did kill him.
And I put Mary Jane in the big suitcase. And I intended to do the same with Madison. She was still breathing.
Madison?
Not very well, but she was.
And he killed her. Oh, fuck.
So I laid her down. Even though she was breathing, I considered her already dead.
Oh, shit.
I just wanted her to be comfortable.
Why he gave her the teddy bear?
I lay in some of her clothes.
What the fuck, man?
Maybe she thought she could make something good out of two things that were bad. Like a double negative.
That's a wink, right? Quote unquote, a wink just for him.
I haven't seen a woman in so long.
Like seeing the ocean.
Can I play you something?
The old iPhone, man.
Carlo Gesualdo wrote it in 1611, a few years after killing his wife and newborn son. His wife had a lover, so he tracked them down with a hunting knife. He stabbed her many, many times all over her body. Then he went upstairs and beat his infant son to death against the side of his crib. The music is almost beautiful enough to make me forget I'm listening to something written by a man who broke his baby's skull on a piece of furniture.
Like the story. She sees him as a monster.
You're a murderer. You kill women and children.
Yeah.
You're a narcissist who resents every single second of attention not given to you.
I mean, I think he's definitely a fucking psycho and he's a killer for sure, but I don't think he's a narcissist per se. But man, yeah, that's the thing, like this whole story.
For the murder of Sadie Longo, how do you find the defendant?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And for the murder of Zachary Longo, how do you find the defendant?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Wow, even for the ones he pled not guilty to.
Jane Longo, should the defendant receive a sentence of death? To this question, the jury has answered yes. The jury is dismissed.
What about Madison? Did they even mention Madison?
Okay.
Wow. That's the thing, man. The music she was playing and stuff, it's like the story he's writing.
I therefore place you in the custody of the Oregon Department of Correction for transport to death row at the Oregon State Penitentiary.
I mean, maybe that's what he was talking about to Mike, right? Was to protect her memory, not sit there and tell people that she killed her kids. That's what he was trying to, that's who he was trying to protect, I think. Damn. The wink. So he knows he was telling the truth, right? I think that's what it was about.
You know, the only good thing that came out of all of this is that I got to meet you. And I even screwed that up. I regret that.
But he doesn't regret the murders.
I killed Mary Jane. When I got there that night, she was straddling the bed, and she was pushing a pillow down towards the mattress. Underneath, I saw Madison fighting. I don't know why she was doing it, but I was furious that she was taking it out on our daughter. And then I snapped. I went crazy, Mike. I must have killed Zach and Sadie, but I don't remember.
Oh, shit.
How's the book, Mike? You didn't have to finish it, but you did, because you couldn't help yourself.
I wonder how much time passed between the end of the trial and now.
I'm the most important thing that ever happened to you.
Damn.
From now on, you'll just be the guy who talked to the guy who killed his family. And that's it. And if I ever open my mouth, you'll just come running.
Damn. Motherfucker said he owns him, basically. What the fuck? It's so hard. So it's like, what do you believe, man? Do you believe he went home and he just killed his entire family? Do you believe the story he told in court? Do you believe he did, you know, black out and killed? Like, fuck. Yep. Michael Finkel never wrote for the New York Times again, or Mike Finkel. Is that the real? 1 year later, Christian Longo admitted to killing his entire family. That's the real him, huh? From death row, he has contributed articles to a number of publications, including the New York Times. So he ended up writing and working, well, writing for the New York Times, essentially. Mike and Christian still speak on the first Sunday of every month. What? Why is he not dead if he's on death row? I mean, I get like it takes time, but like, I wonder if at this point in time he's dead, because obviously this came out in 2015, so this is 5 years later. Damn, my God, true story from 2015, and it truly was a true story. I gotta look this up now and see ever actually ended up being killed, you know, on death row. Longo was incarcerated on death row at Oregon State Penitentiary on December 13, 2022. Longo's death sentence, along with everyone else on Oregon's death row, was commuted to life without parole by Governor Kate Brown. So he is still alive. It's just because the death penalty got taken away or whatever, right? Wow. So he is still alive and he will not be killed. That is crazy, bro. But if he was given the death penalty back in 2003, 2002. Why did it take so long for him for it to happen, right? Like, I get there's things that have to be in place and things that have to go through for it, but like, it says a year after his original court hearing of him being sentenced to death, he admitted to killing his family. So why wasn't, you know, everything in place at that time? Like, we literally over 15 years passed, because that was an article from 2022 I just read. I think it might have happened in 2020 though, because there were some articles prior to that. But around 2022, 2021, so almost 20 years post him being convicted, he is still alive. And then now he just has, you know, life in prison without parole, which, don't get me wrong, life in prison is still, you know, life in prison. It's damn near death. Some might argue worse. Like, shit, that is crazy. So he is still alive. Not only that, but he admitted to actually killing his entire family. It's like, it's a hard thing to go back and forth with, right? Because it's like, are we being manipulated by him, right? At the start, we see all this shit and we're like, what the fuck? Okay, this dude is definitely a psycho. He's a killer. He did it. Then you see him being kind of, you know, all cryptic and stuff with Mike. See him talking weird, you know, saying he didn't do it, saying this and that, saying he's trying to protect somebody, which then in my head, I'm like, okay, did the wife end up doing it and he's trying to protect her because she's dead anyway? And he's like, all right, I'll just take the fall instead of tainting her image, you know? And then when he talks about it in court, I'm like, oh shit, okay, so she killed, you know, who was it, Zach and Sadie. He came home, she tried to kill Madison too, but she was still alive a little bit. He ended up killing you know, his wife in a fit of rage, kind of. And then, you know, I thought Madison was already kind of dead, so to speak, but was still alive. You know, the story he told in court, I essentially believed it to be true. But then to find out again, fast forward, you know what I mean? However many times when Mike went and saw him, however many times after, you know, however long it was after his original hearing and conviction, he tells him, like, I did kill them all. I blacked out. I don't know what happened. I don't know who I killed first, this and that. It's like, bro, he doesn't know what the fuck to believe. He's just trying to tell a story, you know? And then a year later, he finally admits he was the one to actually kill his entire family, which is probably the most believable thing out of it all, you know? But dude, it's still so crazy how hard it is to find the truth sometimes. Because even now I'm sitting here, I know it says he admitted he killed his entire family a year later, but even now I'm sitting here like did his wife actually kill the two kids and it was, you know, the other way around, and he did kill it like the story he told in court? Did he black out and kill him? Did he not black out and he just killed them to kill him because he was so mad about everything and life piled up and he was just like, you know, snapped? Because there was also that witness that said he saw him specifically at that other site at the bridge where they found Zach and Sadie's bodies, right? Because the bodies were dumped in different places than his wife and Madison's. So it's like, which do you believe it to be true? But I feel like it's just he killed his entire family. He dumped the bodies in different spots, man, which is fucking crazy. You know, like, I will say this movie was freaking fantastic. I say it every single time I watch some shit like this. Mystery, drama, crime movies, they're some of my favorite ones. Like, the time goes so quick just because of how good they are. You know what I mean? Like, I love these types of movies, but the problem is sometimes it's hard to find good crime, drama, mystery movies. Like, sometimes they're a little bit corny, cheesy, or not that good, but this one was really good. Prisoners was really good. Zodiac was fucking incredible. You know, not only that, but we had two great actors in this, you know, Jonah Hill and James Franco. Seeing them in roles like this as opposed to their normal comedic role was great, man. You know what I mean? Like, Jonah Hill, he did a good job in his role. James Franco, he did a good job in his role. I'm sure I mean, for the most part, I've only seen them in comedies. Maybe I've seen them each in one or two more serious roles. James Franco, I know he played in Spider-Man and stuff, so you could argue that role. But like, for the most part, all I've really seen them in is comedy. So it's so cool to see them in a more serious role and kind of get that, see the depth of their acting skills to be able to play different types of characters. Because sometimes Jonah Hill, he plays like the same kind of character, so to speak, in damn near every movie, every comedy movie. So it's cool to see him in something so completely different. But I love stuff like this, mystery things, especially when they're based on true stories, right? Like, not even necessarily just for murders and stuff. Like, even, I know most of y'all probably have heard about DB Cooper, right? The dude who stole money, and he's like one of the only people who got away with it, and they still don't know where the fuck he's at to this damn day. They literally had a joke about it in Loki, saying Loki was him, you know? But stuff like that, it's so interesting to me, and I love watching movies on it. So if you guys have any amazing crime, drama, mystery, murder, not even murder, just crime, drama, mystery movies that I should check out on the channel that I have yet to check out, please comment them down below, because I would love to check some more out. But guys, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section down below. Like always, if you guys enjoyed this reaction video, make sure to leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Full reaction will be up on Patreon, as well as early access to a bunch of other stuff I'm doing if you guys want to check that out. Link in the description down below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. What is going on, guys? I hope you all did enjoy that video you just checked out. If you did, make sure to drop a like and comment down below what is something you guys want to see me react to next on the channel. I want to give a couple quick shout outs to some of my highest tier supporters over on Patreon, man. Shout out to the homie That's So Gordo, the homie Alexander Collins, and the homie Christopher Larimer. Your guys' support is much appreciated. If you guys haven't already and you do want to join the Patreon family, the link is on screen right now, as well as in the description down below. You get early access to a bunch of videos up to 2, sometimes even 3 weeks in advance, full-length reactions, and you get to participate in polls to help decide what we do and what we react to on the channel. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.